Hey, so let's talk highlight. So highlight in the Seint world is your main foundation, right? It's your main color. So it's going to either be depending on your color needs, it's going to be a tad bit darker than your skin or blend into your skin. So what you're going to use, and this is all dependent on what you tell me your coverage preference is and your skill level of makeup, especially cream makeup, is either the buff brush or the blush and bronzer brush, or for even lighter coverage, we have the blend brush. Okay, so where you're going to put that is, it is going to be, you could possibly have a camo shade. That is for people with heavy rosacea, a lot of breakouts, broken capillaries, dark spots, melasma. If you don't have anything like that, you probably only need 2 highlight colors. One being a highlight and one being your accent highlight. Your accent highlight is going to be a little lighter, and that's going to be down the bridge of your nose and under your eyes. So main highlight is going to be either the middle shade or the darker of the 2 highlights. So we're gonna dip into that, and I'm gonna show you by placement. Don't have to use your fingers. I'm just gonna show you placement on where it should go. So we're gonna go here, down your chin. If you had a beard, right where a beard would grow, you're gonna do kind of 2 little lines down here and a little bit above your lip. You're gonna wanna take it here, not quite up to your eye and not quite where the cheek color is gonna go. Again, it can blend. And then we're gonna do above the brows and in between the brows. And remember, your contour's up here. So I'm gonna take this lightest one just to show you, because I do already have some makeup on. And this is how you're gonna blend. I find the easiest way to blend this makeup is to do little buff motions, light pressure. So I'm holding my brush in the middle and little like buff or stippling. So stippling is gonna be this like patting motion. Find that's the easiest way, and especially if you have a little bit larger pores and you want that makeup to really set in there, gonna do that. I never do like full swoops or drags, anything like that. Again, remember, lighter pressure, that is where your main highlight is going to be. Your main highlight is also going to be something that you're going to conceal with. You never want to conceal with your accent highlight, because that's just going to draw attention to a blemish or a dark spot. So again, using your fingers or using the smaller side of a brush, you're going to apply that over any blemish and then pat. This motion, I never blend, I never do anything. I just pat it, and that's really just to blend in the excess. Okay, so that's using this brush. This would be if you want the lightest coverage. This is going to be our most popular brush for blending in your highlight color, and that is going to be this blush and bronzer. And then if you needed a camo color, or you wanted a little bit more coverage, a little bit of a buff, that's gonna be this one. This is gonna be our heaviest, most dense brush, and this is the buff brush. That one, you're just going to pick up the product lightly, and you're gonna mostly stipple over your whole face. You're not gonna want to drag this at all, or you're definitely gonna get some lines. So just pressing and patting, just like that. And that's your highlight. Okay, let's talk about the accent highlight, which is going to be your lighter shade of your highlights. So that one right here is for me, that is White Peach. Again, let's discuss what brushes. So if you have the blend brush, you're gonna use your smaller side of the blend. If you have the blush and bronzer, you're gonna wanna apply it with your fingers and then go in and buff with the smaller side of the blush and bronzer. If you have the buff brush, which is our fullest coverage brush, you're gonna take the small end, dip into it, and you're gonna apply it right in the center, and then kind of buff it out like that. Never pick up product and swipe it across your whole eye. That's how it's gonna set into any lines, wrinkles. You're gonna get way too much product. You actually wanna put the lightest amount of product under here. Our product is extremely concentrated. You do not need a lot of product. So if you're having problems with creasing or anything like that, you're most likely picking up too much product, especially under the eye. Rule of thumb with Seint Beauty is 100% less is more. So kind of just go like that. I bring it down my nose a little bit. I don't do a full pie shape. I like my under eyes to look pretty natural. Pull it down and then pat it out. And that's gonna be right up to under your eyes, just like that. If you're using the other brush, you're gonna do the same placement. You're gonna kind of put it there and put it there. And then you're gonna take either side of this one or your blender brush. And again, you're going to just kind of stipple it in. You don't wanna go like this. You're just gonna go like that. And that's your accent highlight. Your accent highlight can also be used down your nose, especially if you're contouring your nose. Contouring your nose is not really necessary. You do not have to. Of course, once you get more comfortable with the makeup, you can. But you can put your accent highlight down there. Sometimes I put my accent highlight in here and even a little bit down on my chin, but mostly I just want it to brighten under my eyes, and that's gonna kind of lift the under eye area and really give that pop. So that is your accent highlight.